Speaking test instructions. The speaking test is 20 minutes. There are 8 tasks in the speaking test. Please try your best to answer all the questions.
Start speaking now. Time is up. 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 Start speaking now. Time is up.
Hey David, I was absolutely thrilled to hear that you're looking to pivot from mobile app development into solutions architecture. It is a fantastic career move, and with your strong technical foundation, I know you can make the leap successfully. To start with, the transition requires a shift in perspective. Instead of focusing heavily on platform-specific UI or local mobile constraints, you'll need to start looking at the entire ecosystem from a bird's-eye view. I highly recommend diving into formal system design methodologies. Familiarizing yourself with the C4 model is crucial. It's an industry standard for visualizing software architecture and helps you communicate complex systems to both engineers and business stakeholders. Additionally, look into the ARC42 framework. It provides a brilliant template for structuring your technical documentation, which is a massive part of a solution architect's day-to-day work. Furthermore, you should start expanding your knowledge of high-scale backend engineering. Since you already understand how mobile clients consume data, I suggest studying how that data is pushed and managed at scale. Look into real-time communication protocols like WebSockets, and research how large companies handle massive throughput, like live vehicle tracking systems or global messaging platforms. Understanding load balancing, distributed caching, and database sharding will be essential. Finally, getting certified is a great way to validate your new skills. I'd suggest aiming for the AWS Certified Solutions Architect Associate or the equivalent on Google Cloud. It gives you a structured learning path and proves to employers that you understand cloud infrastructure. Let's grab a coffee next week. I'd love to show you a password manager architecture document I'm currently drafting using ARC42. It might give you a solid practical example to look at. I will never forget the time we were deploying a critical update for a logistics client. We had spent months implementing a real-time vehicle tracking feature utilizing WebSockets to ensure mobile-to-server communication was instantaneous. Everything had worked flawlessly in our staging environment. However, on launch day, exactly 20 minutes after we routed live traffic to the new system, the primary load balancer unexpectedly failed. The sheer volume of persistent WebSocket connections overwhelmed the allocated memory, causing the server nodes to crash sequentially. Suddenly, thousands of tracking dashboards went completely blank. Initially, I felt an intense wave of panic. The client's operations center was calling, and the pressure was immense. Despite the stress, I knew we had to act decisively. I immediately initiated our rollback protocol to revert the traffic back to the legacy polling system, stabilizing the client's operations within minutes. Once the immediate bleeding was stopped, my team and I stayed late into the night analyzing the server logs. We discovered a misconfiguration in the connection timeout settings. We patched the configuration, simulated the load stress over the weekend, and successfully redeployed the following Tuesday. It was a terrifying experience, but it fundamentally taught me the absolute necessity of rigorous production-scale load testing. This image displays a chaotic but modern co-working space cafe, heavily emphasizing an unexpected accident in the foreground. Right in the front, a small, automated delivery robot has tipped over onto its side. It has spilled a massive stack of large, blue architectural blueprints all over the polished floor. Beside the overturned cart, a toddler wearing a bright yellow jacket is crouching down, extending a hand to curiously poke at the robot's blinking red sensor. Moving to the middle ground, the scene captures a moment of sudden reaction. A barista, looking visibly panicked, is rushing out from behind a sleek espresso counter, clutching a thick stack of white towels. Around the cafe, several professionals are seated at large, communal wooden tables. They have all paused their work, looking up from their open laptops. Their faces show a mixture of shock and mild amusement at the unfolding disaster. In the background, the environment is quite serene in contrast to the foreground chaos. There are tall, floor-to-ceiling windows that offer a view of a dense cityscape, with rain streaking down the glass, casting a cool, natural light over the bustling interior. Based on the chaotic scene unfolding in the co-working space, I can predict a sequence of immediate reactions from the people involved. First, I expect the parent or guardian of the toddler in the yellow jacket to rush into the frame within seconds. They will likely scoop the child away from the malfunctioning robot to ensure they don't get hurt by any moving parts or electrical components. Simultaneously, the panicked barista rushing out with towels will arrive at the scene. Since there doesn't appear to be a liquid spill yet, the barista will likely use the towels to safely right the robotic cart and turn off its blinking red sensor. Furthermore, the professionals seated at the large wooden tables won't just sit and watch for long. Given the collaborative nature of a co-working space, I predict that at least a couple of them will leave their laptops, step in, and help gather the scattered architectural blueprints. They will carefully organize the large sheets and hand them over to whoever was supposed to receive the delivery. Finally, once the robot is reset and the floor is cleared, the cafe will quickly return to its usual quiet murmur of typing and coffee brewing. Hi Sarah, I reviewed your suggestion to go with the classic continental package for the team lunch. While I understand it's a bit more cost-effective at $15 a person, I strongly believe we should stick with my original choice, the green canopy feast. First and foremost, we have to consider the dietary restrictions within our engineering department. We have quite a few team members who strictly adhere to a vegetarian diet. Your proposed menu relies heavily on meat sandwiches and an egg salad option. More importantly, several of our vegetarian staff explicitly avoid eggs and mushrooms, which unfortunately makes both the sandwiches and the mushroom soup unappealing or entirely off limits for them. On the other hand, the green canopy feast is 100% plant-based, ensuring that absolutely everyone on the team can enjoy the main courses without having to ask about hidden ingredients. The gourmet vegetable wraps and lentil salads offer a fresh, energizing meal that won't leave people feeling sluggish during our afternoon meetings. Although it costs $3 more per person, the boost in team morale and the assurance that we are being fully inclusive make the slight price difference more than worth it. Let's go with the green canopy package to ensure a great experience for everyone. Hi Sarah, thanks for looking into catering options and suggesting the classic continental package. While the $15 price point is definitely attractive, I really think we should proceed with the Mediterranean Delight package instead. My primary concern with the classic package is dietary inclusivity. A significant portion of our engineering team is vegetarian. The continental option is heavily meat-focused, and the only vegetarian alternatives are egg salad sandwiches and mushroom soup. I know for a fact that a few of our key team members cannot eat eggs or mushrooms, meaning they would be left with almost nothing to eat at a lunch meant for team building. Conversely, the Mediterranean Delight package is incredibly accommodating. Falafel, hummus, and pita are universally loved and naturally vegetarian. Since the feta cheese is served on the side, it perfectly accommodates both our vegan and dairy-free staff. It provides a vibrant, healthy, and satisfying meal that guarantees nobody feels left out, even though it is $20 a person compared to $15. Ensuring that the entire team is fed and happy is crucial for a successful team building event. I strongly recommend we book the Mediterranean option. Hi Elena, Do you have a brief moment to chat? I'm reaching out because I find myself in a difficult scheduling predicament regarding the executive architecture review for the new password manager app. I just saw that the meeting was rescheduled to Thursday at 2 p.m. Unfortunately, this directly conflicts with my son's seasonal school showcase. He has been working incredibly hard on a photography project, and I promised him I would be there to see his presentation. As a father, it is crucial that I show up for this milestone. However, I completely understand how critical this review is for the password manager's deployment timeline. Since the architecture is fully documented using the ARC42 framework, the materials are highly self-explanatory. I would like to propose that we record the meeting so I can review the executive's feedback immediately afterward. Alternatively, if my real-time presence is absolutely mandatory, could we perhaps push the meeting back by just 2 hours? To 4 p.m.? I am fully committed to this project and will ensure my absence doesn't cause any delays. But I also need to keep this promise to my family. Thank you for understanding. Hey Leo, buddy, can you come sit with me for a second? I need to talk to you about something important regarding your photography showcase on Thursday. I know how incredibly hard you have worked on this project. I saw all the time you spent perfectly arranging those 14 colored trees and the 10 little Santas for your photos, and the results are absolutely amazing. I was so excited to be there right when you present them to the class. Unfortunately, something unexpected has happened at work. The big meeting I told you about, the one where I have to present the design for the new password manager app, was suddenly moved by my bosses to the exact same time as your showcase. Because I am the lead designer, I absolutely have to be on that call, which means I am going to miss your presentation at the school. I am so sorry, Leo. I know this is disappointing, but here is what we are going to do. I want you to ask your teacher to record a video of you presenting. As soon as I am done with work, we are going to go out for your favorite dinner to celebrate your hard work. And we will watch the video together. I am incredibly proud of you. The transition from traditional, human-led language proficiency interviews to fully automated artificial intelligence evaluation systems is a highly debated topic. While implementing AI offers undeniable logistical benefits, I firmly believe that this is not a completely positive development, as it compromises the qualitative assessment of genuine human communication. To begin with, the primary advantage of AI systems is efficiency. For large-scale testing organizations, automated grading drastically reduces operational costs and allows candidates to receive their scores almost instantaneously. It eliminates the geographical constraints of scheduling live examiners and standardizes the acoustic grading parameters. However, the core essence of language proficiency extends far beyond mere grammatical correctness and pronunciation. Human communication is inherently nuanced, relying heavily on cultural idioms, emotional intonation, and contextual adaptability. An AI system, no matter how advanced, currently lacks the sophisticated emotional intelligence required to recognize the subtle difference between a candidate who is authentically expressing empathy and one who is simply reciting a memorized script with robotic precision. Furthermore, relying entirely on AI can be highly detrimental to test takers who possess minor speech impediments or non-standard regional accents. A human examiner can quickly adapt to a candidate's unique vocal patterns and assess their actual communicative competence. In contrast, an automated system is constrained by its training data and may unfairly penalize a fluent speaker simply because their accent deviates from the algorithmic baseline. Admittedly, AI is improving rapidly and can serve as an excellent supplementary tool for grammatical error detection. Yet, language is a fundamentally human connection. Therefore, while automated systems offer speed and cost reduction, they should not entirely replace human examiners. A hybrid approach, utilizing AI for baseline structural scoring and human examiners for assessing conversational nuance, would be the most effective and equitable solution moving forward. Hi, is this the store manager? My name is Alex, and I'm calling regarding an order that was just delivered to my home. I originally ordered a standard, ergonomic mesh office chair, but I have received something completely bizarre and I need to arrange a replacement immediately. The item sitting in my office right now looks like a prop from a science fiction movie. Instead of a normal chair, it is shaped like a giant blue mushroom. The strangest part is the base. It doesn't have regular caster wheels. Instead, it has 6 articulated, metallic spider legs holding it up. On top of that, the seating area is completely unsuited for an office. The seat cushion is covered entirely in thick, live green moss, which is slightly damp. The backrest is the curved underside of the mushroom cap, and it actually has white gills that are emitting a faint glowing light. It is incredibly weird and certainly not the mesh ergonomic chair I paid for. Could you please check my order history? Send a delivery team to pick up this strange object, and ensure the correct office chair is dispatched today? Thank you.